Over the last 2 weeks, I've been playing an exclusive playtest for the game of Ash and Steel. I'm honored that I got the opportunity to play some of the game early. It's not a lot of the game, but it was enough to give me an idea of everything that it had to offer. And it made me pretty excited for the future of the game, but also a little bit apprehensive about how people are going to respond to the first hour to 2 hours of the game, because it was pretty up and down. This video is probably going to be a bit of a quick one, just giving you my first thoughts. The game is not finished, and just for your own peace of mind, I'm not being asked to say anything positive or obviously negative, but there is a bit of both. So, our adventure begins here, on this little island. Kind of inconspicuous, nice water textures, and our characters thrown up against a wall. That's a way to start a game, I suppose. Anyway, to start the game, you're going to want to go ahead and talk to a couple of the NPCs. These are all your crewmates, and you're resting here overnight, I assume, waiting for provisions and food. That was the gist that I got of the story so far. One of the first things I noticed was how well optimized the game is, and that's saying a lot considering it's a playtest. I'm not actually running a crazy beefy PC. This is an RTX 2060, which is like a mid-tier GPU, and I was still getting solid frame rates. Now, the first hour or two of the game is very dialogue heavy, I will say that, and it kind of put me off a little bit. I'm normally a stickler for lore and backstory and exposition, but this, what you're seeing right now, is the first 2 hours of the game, non-stop. Now, one thing I want you to do, as this cutscene plays out, I'm deliberately not editing it because I want you to just pay attention to one thing. See all the like random cuts and jumps in the animation and things like that? It is so off-putting when this is all you're looking at for 2 hours. Now, this may seem a little bit nitpicky, but it's also because this is like 80% of my playthrough, just watching these characters pop in and out while you're learning about their backstories and personal issues, even though they're very quickly removed from the game. In between talking to all of the NPCs, you're tasked with finding a couple of items, squishing some bugs, just very basic tutorial-esque kind of mini-quests. I will say, as a British man, it is great to see proper British accents and people being represented in video games rather than the overly formal ones that we're familiar with.
My name's Rower. You don't have anything to drink on you, do you? The skipper confiscated all the booze before we set sail, so as not to get on your night's bad side.
But anyway, I'm going to skip most of the dialogue. You get the idea. It goes on for a while, and that was one of my first negative things. The second was how easy it is to die in this game. We'll talk about combat in a second, but do you want to see my first death? It's this, right here. You can't swim. Normally, I wouldn't be that mad. The issue is that I'm playing the character who spends his whole life on the ocean. Anyway, if you're paying attention to the dialogue, after about half hour, 40 minutes, you'll be able to escape this little tutorial area. You'll see this cutscene play out, and your whole world will change in a moment. No spoilers, for obvious reasons. So, after about an hour of talking to NPCs, learning their backstories, doing menial, terrible little tasks in order to escape the tutorial area, you're then put in this cabin where you have to talk to NPCs and do a menial task to be able to progress to the next bit. You have to help this chap right here do a couple of errands around his cabin because he helped you out, and then at last you're able to go out into the wild and explore. In terms of visuals and exploration, this game is beautiful and... Whoa, what is that? Hang on a minute. No. Back up, pretty boy. Whoa. Ooh, okay, so first taste of combat, proper combat, and it's... Oh. That was a lot of damage. That's okay, we got the... Oh! We're nearly dead, but it's fine. Stay strong. Oh. Yeah, see, that's another thing to mention. See, combat in the game is actually pretty fun, and visually, the environments and everything, the fauna, it is beautiful to look at. But it's very challenging in the early hours, which is mostly, what I played. And they do make this very obvious as you go and you play the playtest. They say, okay, listen, the first couple of hours of the game, it's going to be tricky. It's going to be challenging. You're not starting off as a... Oh, damn it. You're not going to start off as a superhero. You're going to be challenged. It's going to be difficult. And that... Oh, is it meant to be this tough? I mean, surely this one little zombie-looking dude, he ain't gonna hit... It's Dark Souls all over again. But I think I made my point. Combat is very difficult, especially in the early game, but it's also really rewarding when you do get a little match like this and you can actually take down the enemy using some terrible little dagger that you found somewhere. Like, it feels really rewarding. It also makes you absolutely terrified when you run across random enemies who you know are gonna mess you up. Oh, that's absolutely terrifying. No, I'm out. No, it's been quite a while since I soiled myself playing a video game. Over time, you can upgrade all of your weapons, your armor, your skills, you can fish, you can cook. There's so much to do in the game itself to either make combat easier or to simply have fun and enjoy the game. Just to name a few, there is leatherworking, there's fishing. I was absolutely terrible at this. There's a really intuitive skill system, survival mechanics, and a way to upgrade how good you are at surviving. Naturally, you can also upgrade your fighting abilities and your craftsmanship. Then, about 4 to 5 hours into the game, just exploring things, taking down a couple of enemies, figuring out the system and getting some recordings, I was like, oh, cool, let's finally go and check out this new area, and that's where the playtest ended for me, I suppose. It's kind of strange because I don't know if that was the definitive end of the playtest, because I could then go and find areas like this little village, but that leads me on to the next issue I have with the game, and that's the fact that there are no waypoints or markers whatsoever, so I don't know exactly what path I'm meant to be following, if I should just stop here, but I did. See, I genuinely think the game has promise, but then things like this happen, and they happen kind of often. You go from silky smooth frame rates to a slideshow, and then all of a sudden it's back. It's fine. I'm having a little chat with an NPC while he's being mutilated by a beetle. Don't worry, buddy, I'll save you! Remind me not to get into a fight with you. In all seriousness, but I really like the idea of the game. It looks incredible and it performs great, even on a mid-tier system like mine. There are so many mechanics in this game that I think are going to be incredible in the final version. It's just the playtest that I got to experience was pretty buggy, and I hope that all of these things are smoothed out by the time the game officially releases. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this one up here. I do want to give a massive thanks to Tiny Build, the publishers, for hooking me up with the playtest, and Fire and Frost for creating a very original seeming RPG that I can't wait to experience when it is officially released. I think there is a lot of potential here. Just polish, do the best that you can, and if you've had a chance to play the playtest, leave a comment down below and let me know what you think of the game so far. I love you faces, you're amazingly beautiful, and I'll catch you in the next one.